Uh, Hello, student. Today we are going to talk about uh, managerial economic topic, one of the important topic that is elasticity of demand. Mhm. So we have discussed previously law of demand. What is the law of demand? With the rise in price, demand decreases, and with fall in price, demand rises. There is a opposite relationship between demand and the price, provided that, but one condition is there, provided that other factors, other determinants should remain constant. Okay. Then law of demand will hold and will be valid. So now we want to know what is the, yeah, through law of demand, we know only the direction of change. With rise in price, demand falls, and with fall in price, demand rises. That is the direction it is showing. But how much change has taken place? How can we know? To what extent change has taken place? What is the size of change? The magnitude of change? So this we can know from the through the elasticity of demand. Okay. So elasticity of demand is very important for us to understand because of this reason. What is the okay. Next, we are just going to discuss about that. So first, what is the meaning of elasticity of demand? Elasticity means ability to change. In economics, elasticity means measures degree of sensitivity or responsiveness of one variable to change in another variable. Means degree of responsiveness. To what extent response is there of one variable to change in another variable. If there is change in another variable, how much another variable is responding? How much? That is degree we are going to measure. This is called as elasticity. Mathematically, elasticity means percentage change in quantity demanded of a commodity to a percentage change in any determinants of demand, price, income of the consumer, taste and preferences, and so on. All the factors. So in any determinants of demand. So we can just write EP is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in any factor. Okay. The law of demand indicates direction of change. With foreign price, demand moves in opposite direction, whereas elasticity of demand point out size and magnitude of change. With foreign price, there is how much change in demand. What is the response of demand to price? Either more response is there or less response is there, or there is no response at all. So we can know through elasticity of demand. There are four kinds of elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of demand, number one. Income elasticity of demand, number two. Cross elasticity of demand, number three. And advertisement or promotional elasticity of demand, number three. Okay, these are four kinds of elasticity of demand. So price elasticity of demand measures degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded of a commodity to a change in its own price. So when there is a change in the price of commodity, so how much demand of that commodity has changed or responded? So that degree will be measured under price elasticity of demand. Likewise, income elasticity of demand. Here, when there is a change in the consumer, how much demand has changed? It will be measured through income elasticity of demand. Then cross elasticity of demand. As for the case of cross elasticity of demand, here we take two goods and they are related in one respect or another respect. The relation between the two goods may be of substitutes or complementary. So complementary means that goods cannot be used without another good. For example, you can see petrol and car is there. So a car cannot be used without petrol. So with the use of petrol, the use of car is compulsory and essential. Okay. Likewise, many other products are there. Pen and ink. Without ink, pen is of no use. Hmm. Bread and butter. So many examples are there. So these goods are likewise CD and CD player. So without CD players, CD is of no use. Hmm. It will be. So these are called as complementary goods. Now we come to the substitute goods. The one good can be used in place of another good. It will be called as substitute goods. You can see soaps in the soap brand. Many soap brands are there. Lux brand is there. Real brand is there. If one is not available, customer can buy another one and get the same satisfaction. Tea and coffee. If tea is not available, the same satisfaction can be gained uh, by drinking coffee. Hmm? Tea and coffee are the substitutes. So suppose that here the question is, if the price of tea increases, what will happen? What will be the impact on the demand of coffee? That is the question. So if price of tea increases, tea will become expensive as compared to the coffee. Suppose that the per cup price of the tea is 10 rupees, and in the same way, similarly, the price of coffee is also 10 rupees. Now, the price of tea has increased from 10 to 15 rupees. In the market, tea has become expensive and coffee is still cheaper because the price is constant at rupees 10. So people will shift because it is substitute goods, and they will buy more of tea. They will buy more of tea and they will replace the use of tea with the use of coffee. So coffee demand will increase with the rise in price of the tea. So here under cross elasticity of demand, we want to see if price of tea has increased, then how much impact is there on the demand of coffee. That is called a good X and good Y. Okay, if price of good X, suppose that increases, then demand of good Y, how much it will increase, and so on. Likewise, suppose that in the case of complementary goods, if price of petrol increases, then what would be the impact on the demand of car? Surely, the demand of the car will decrease because when petrol price has increased in the market from 50 rupees to 100 rupees, say, for example, so it has become expensive in the market. So people will try to avoid petrol driven car. So yeah, or automobile or whatever is there. So petrol driven, what is called automobile will be avoided, or they will buy less because petrol is expensive. So with increase in petrol, with increase in the price of the petrol, demand for motorbike, and demand for car and demand for other petrol vehicles has decreased. So this can be measured through cross elasticity of demand. Okay. Then advertisement elasticity of demand measure degree of responsiveness of quantity demanded to change in expenditure on advertisement. So if expenditure has been made on advertisement, then how much demand has increased? Demand of a specific good has increased. This we want to analyze through advertisement elasticity of demand. Thank you very much.